Hello and welcome. I am so excited that you are here on another Sunday at noon for our Scraplift group. So I get together with a couple of my most favorite scrapbookers and we scraplift a layout. This week we are scraplifting this beautiful layout. It's absolutely stunning. And I believe that I'm going to say her name correctly. She is, I believe, British, but it's Morag, M-O-R-A-G. And it's a beautiful name. And when she says it, it sounds fantastic. And when I say it in my good old Southern Arkansas drawl, it's not so pretty. So I do apologize for that. This layout, y'all. Oh my goodness. I am so excited that you're here. I am Karen. I am the everything behind A Little Kinder here on YouTube, Instagram, and we're on Facebook. We are diving into this layout, and I wanted to point out some things. I made some notes of things that really drew me in this layout, and I kind of wanted to point them out because I think it's really fun to know where people who are scraplifting, where they're getting their inspiration from and where they're pulling it from. So let's dive in. Woo, hello, it tried to time out on me. It says, talk faster, friend, talk faster. All right, so there were several things that really drew me to this layout, and I will have a link to it as well as a link to her process video. And I did watch the process video, and I will say that it gave me lots of insight. So first of all, when I looked at this, I was like, oh my goodness, this is stunning ink work over here. Like, I don't know how I'm going to do that. Y'all, she used a stamp. You can see them right here. Hello, me. Why didn't I see that? So I have pulled out, these are Tim Holtz brush strokes. This is what we're going to use. So I love this rainbow. I love that she used a ledger style paper that was pre-printed. This one is from Hip Kit Club. This is a layout that she did for them. I don't think I have this specific paper, but I do have the newest Pretty Little Studios, or newest to me. I don't know if they've got another collection. I've pre-ordered one that won't get here till the end of the summer. Yep, can't stop that pre-order. But I'm going to use this one. This one is actually that primary school looking lines, like writing paper you would write on. And I picked that for a reason, because of the photo that we're going to use. So she's got this beautiful ledger. She's got this great group of friends that are all dressed up. I'm hoping they were somewhere fun or celebrating something fun, because that is a great photo. Then we have a little grouping or cluster here. She has grouped or clustered at the top of the photo. And then if you notice, small grouping here. So she's given us a visual triangle. When I first looked at this video, I was like, one photo, and it's in the upper right hand area. I'm not sure how to balance that, because asymmetrical layouts are my nemesis. However, when I really start to take this one apart, it's really not. It's really more of just a visual triangle. Now, something that was really fun that she did is she actually used her inks to make these backgrounds for the letters. I believe these were both stickers, and then this one, yeah, is just letters that she it goes through her process. It's really great. You really need to watch that video. But I thought, okay, I really like that. I really like how you use that. You've repeated it. You've repeated the element. Her stamps have this cute little ink blot, and so she's added that in. My stamp set doesn't have an ink blot. I am sure I have a stamp set with an ink blot in it, so I may be pulling that. Letters wise, we may be working with these. I really love this, especially if I'm going to fussy cut my letters. I thought we could ink blend and make some background paper and then stamp this on it in black, and it would give us a very similar look to hers. Although she's hand lined them, and I would use these. And then I pulled out the coordinating just so we had something to work with. I love this one from Tim Holtz. It is a very similar style, but it's much more narrow, and it would be absolutely fantastic to pair with. All right, so there's that. Showed you my background paper. Let's talk about the picture. This is me and some of my kiddos from last summer. Yes, I'm wearing a hoodie. May have been in the spring. Our building is so cold that when I first go outside, I have to have a hoodie on. I mean, it's just a thing. Like right now today, if I were to go over there, I would need a hoodie because I would freeze. So this could have very well been during the school year. I'm not 100% sure. But I love all of these babies. They are my kiddos. And I really loved that in her layout, she says, always live life in color, in Technicolor. I always would tell my kids, live your life out loud. And so I think that's going to be our title of our page, is Live Your Life Out Loud, because that's something I always taught them. I did pull out some Scrappin' Happy Studio flares. I love this one. Love it, love it, love it. I think it's going to go with my photos. These are what dreams are made of. I'm leaning towards. But I also love You Make Me Happy When Skies Are Gray. I feel like one of those two will probably end up on the layout. I did pull some of the heart-shaped ones, and I pulled some of my favorite round ones with hearts on them. I also pulled out of already, out of this kit, not kit, it's not a kit, it's out of this collection, several things to pull from. So I love this bright yellow tag, and I love this little saying, every summer our story is beautiful, but ours is every summer love story is beautiful, but ours is my favorite. I started working at the Dream Center in the summer, so I fell in love with my kids then. So that's kind of why I thought that would work. I have two different, this is actually a different collection, but I thought the colors worked, especially this newsprinty one. So I pulled those. I pulled these. I've got die cuts. We've got letter stickers back here somewhere. Oh, they're there. Letter stickers. We've got cut aparts, lots of things that we could layer with. Some wordy bits, and of course hearts, because I put hearts in everything. So that's kind of what I want to work with. I did pull some cardstock. I'm really loving this Park Hill cardstock. It cuts beautifully on my cutter. Y'all, words. On my silhouette. So I have a Cameo too. It's the very old one. But I really love this paper. It is a textured paper. The weight is not the thickest cardstock that I've ever had, but it's not super thin either. So pulled out my grays and whites, and then I pulled out the bright colors, and we'll match some things up. So my friends, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to cut off the mic that's over there. I'm going to speed us up, and we are going to make a layout. I will be back in just a minute. here we are. Here we are. Here we are. Look at this. I am loving how my version turned out. Little bit different. Not super, super different, but you can definitely tell it's a me layout. I did use some of the same ideas and techniques that she did, and then there's some things that are me. Just totally and completely me. I'm trying to find the stamp set that this goes on so I don't lose it, because that's also very much me to, there it is, to misplace and lose things. And so a stamp this tiny, I want to get put away. So let's talk a little bit about this layout. So you saw in the very beginning, we made our own letters and we got them all cut out. And I did ink blend my backgrounds. I splattered some water on it, and then I also used the splatter stamp that I had. I used my brushstroke stamps to give me this area very similar to what she has on hers. I think my photo is bigger than hers in the original. When I was working, I kind of got to feeling that way. I did try to use the background, pre-printed background, to my advantage, and tried to kind of nestle things in some of what they had started as clusters. So my title is kind of started and nestled into this area. And then I added, as I was stamping, I was trying to give some definition to where it was going to be. Up here in this corner, kind of a very similar idea. Added some of my splatter stamps there. I love Scrappin' Happy Studios Flair. I don't think I say that enough. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Now, I originally had thought that I would put this down here, and I changed my mind. So I'd kind of had this diagonal thing that I was wanting to do, and that didn't happen, and that's totally fine, because I have lots and lots of heart shapes drawing our eye around this page. I love how this turned out. I think I mentioned when I unboxed this collection that Pretty Little Studios is a fairly new brand to me, but I am in love. They are, I believe, based in New Jersey. I know where I get the collection from. Scrapbook Generations usually does pre-orders, and they have mentioned in the past that the items that we order for pre-order are manufactured based on orders. So very exciting. This is a woman-owned company, which you guys know if you've been around here for a minute. I love supporting women in industry. I think it is fantastic for us to support each other. And, you know, when the products are flipping amazing, how can you not? So here is my layout. I will have photos following, some close-ups, so you can really see this layout. I will also have links. So make sure you check out my friends that are also lifting this beautiful layout. Until next time, my friends, go make some memories. Bye-bye.